Hello, it's been a while. Basically, all of February got written off because of the storms. I don't mind walking in bad weather, but sometimes it's a bit difficult to drive when all the roads are flooded and there's snow. So, where am I today? Today I'm at Simonburn again, and we're on a bit of an exploration. First thing that we're going to be looking for is a place called Carkey, Linns. It's also known these days as Crookburn Falls. And while we're there, we're going to be having a look for some geology stuff that John Wallis wrote about in 1769. And today my daughter's with me. Yes, it's a school day today, but she's got a bit of a cough, and it's not coronavirus, but you know what the schools are like. Instead of a cough, you've got to go home. So we decided to go for a walk instead. Now we need to walk up this place, which is called Tecket, which is just going to be a little bit difficult to do. Now I need to try and find a way. See, there's the old bridge there, but I don't fancy walking across that, to be honest. Ideally we need to be on the other side, because there's a path along there on the other side, isn't there? Well, unfortunately the stream's in spate. It's a bit difficult to get across. Incidentally, there's the path up to Mug as well, over there. The path used to continue up the top. Used to head along there to the smithy, which we're going to go to later if we can. This here's the old ford which we crossed when we were on the Grand Tour, but that'll go over the top of my boots at the moment, let alone my daughter's. So what we'll do is we'll head back up a bit, walk along, and then see if we can drop back down. So we're following this little trail, and we're hoping that we'll find a way back down a bit further along. There's about a den here. Looks like a way down there, but we're going to be able to continue along the bottom. I think we'll stay to the top for now. Wow, look at the size of this tree. It's massive. Well, this has been here for a long time. Wow. Pretty cool, this. I can see the waterfall. What a tree. That's huge. There's a comparison to my daughter. See how big it is. Massive. The main purpose of this trip was to check out the waterfall, but the reason why I was quoting John Wallis before is because John Wallis mentions that Simonburn is probably the only place in Northumberland that has natural chalk. Now he mentions it being in a different place to where we are at this very moment in time. It's the other side of Simonburn, which is where we were going to go after seeing the waterfall. However, we've just stumbled on a stream that's full of it. There you go. This is white chalk found naturally in Northumberland. Now this is probably formed from calcite, from shells, fossilised shells, because John Wallis does mention that there are shells along here on the way to the waterfall. Fossilised shells, that is. And that's what this is. These are all made of fossilised shells. There's some pretty good samples. That one there's hollow. There'll be a twig in the middle of it, keeping it from breaking up. I'm quite happy with that find. Obviously I'm just an amateur. I'm not a proper geologist or anything, so if I've got things wrong, please correct me in the comments. But I'm just going from John Wallis's account, and he said that there's lots of fossilised shells along here. So I'm assuming that that's calcite made from the fossilised shells that's formed into a white chalk. And as I said, as far as I know, that's the only naturally occurring source of white chalk in Northumberland. So we've worked our way down from the top. Someone's been here before. Someone else's footprints are in front of me. Having a little difficulty getting past these fallen trees. There's the waterfall. Not exactly sure how we're going to get closer to it though. Try and get across the stream somehow. But then I need to get back across the stream further along. This bit here is really steep. Wish I had a zoom on the camera, then I wouldn't have to make the effort. Up by these boulders, a little bit of scrambling. Then we're going to go along here. We'll try and hug the bank if we can. I think we might just be able to manage it. Starting to rain a little bit. I haven't got the waterproof housing for the camera. Huge gorge. It's quite a large, impressive waterfall, but that big boulder's in the way, stopping you seeing it properly. We need to be on that side, but can't really get past this the river. So without getting wet, this is as far as we can get. So this is Carkey Linns, otherwise known as Crookburn Falls. And this is Tecket Waterfall. It's a shame I can't get across to get an angle on it. Could have done with a drone, to be honest, just to lift up above that rock. Or if I get some height, I might be able to get a better view. We'll give it a go. There, that's a bit better. Gained a little bit of height. There you go, there's the waterfalls. There's another one on the top. Can't quite see it properly. It's like 3 steps. Pretty cool. There's the daughter down there, just to show you how impressive this place is. It's really big. Very cool. Now we're going to have to try and get back. That's going to be the hard bit. Okay, coming back to the giant tree, we spotted a den up there, so I'm going to go and check it out. I've got a bit of tarping on it to keep it dry. Someone's been hard at work building this one. I believe there's a road just the other side of that little hedge, but we'll walk back through the forest. Yeah. That is an amazing tree. It's worth coming just to see the tree, to be honest. It's huge.
I could take a picture here.
I know. Go and stand next to it,
Yeah.
just so we can get some scale. I mean, how big is that? That's huge. So here in the wood here, you've got terracing here. You've got like a small stone wall there, and you've got flat, and you've got another stone wall there. So this was once terraced for some reason, but why? What used to be here? Maybe it was an old road by the looks of it, possibly. The flat bit could have been the road, could have been a road there. It was propped up here, and had like a wall there. That's a possibility. Trees are swaying in the wind. There's a lot of fallen timber. So we're going through Simonburn. We're going to go to Simonburn Bridge, cross over, and we're going to go to where the old smithy used to be. And in front of the old smithy, or behind it, I'm not sure yet because I haven't been, is an old quarry, a very old one. And that's where John Wallis said that you could find natural white chalk. And I'm wondering if it's going to be the same as the calcite that we found when we're busy going to the waterfall before. This here is Simonburn Bridge. It's very old. It's at least 18th century. At least. I'm not keen on the plastic tubing like. Now apparently in that bankside somewhere there's another source of shell fossils. It looks as though it'll be hard to find. So that there's the old smithy. And where that telegraph pole is, that mound, that's where the old quarry was. I'm not sure how I'm going to get to it. There's a big ditch on the other side of this wall. So this here is the old blacksmiths. There's a stream actually that runs underneath it. I wonder if it once ran a water mill for the furnace. Trouble is, the quarry's on the other side. I'm not sure I'll be able to get to the quarry. We'll have a look at the field, but then I think I'm going to have to turn around. Yeah, you can see the workings of the old quarry underneath the grass, but it's all grassed over. There's going to be no point in going into the field to look because we'll not be able to see anything. But we still managed to find a source of white chalk, so that was quite cool. But apparently there's another source there. This is why I think Simonburn is really fascinating. It's just full of enigmas, like its name, for example, St Mungo's Church versus St Simon's Church, Mugger's Well versus St Mungo's Well. You got the waterfall, you got that massive huge tree. It's just a nice place to be, full stop. But then also the geology, and I found that Bronze Age bead in the stream, so it's quite a cool place. You got yellow ochre, kilo, sulphur, geodes, white chalk, so very good place. That's why it features a lot in John Wallis's book, I think. I've come into the wood to get a closer look at the old quarry. Still grassed over, but there's a little bit of bare patch on it, but I can't see anything white standing out. It's described in the account as being bright white. I've got it written down what he said. It says, chalk is found plentifully in the perpendicular and horizontal fissures of a freestone quarry on the west side of Holborns near Simonburn, which is there basically. It lies in the form of farinaceous powder on thin sparry plates. It is of bright white colour, it is extremely soft in handling, colours the fingers, melts freely in the mouth without the least grittiness. In water it makes an ebullition and gives a milky colour. And he goes on to say that it was once used to cure hemorrhages, fevers and wrinkles. You can just imagine 18th century gentlemen with the white powder, you know. Early foundation. So that was Simonburn again. Another named waterfall of Northumberland, Carkey Linns, otherwise known as Crookburn Falls. So we should be out on the 28th of March, coronavirus willing. Should be okay because we're in the least populated county in England. So if you like the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Hit the subscribe button for the next adventure. Share with your friends on social media. And I'll catch you on the next one.